My name is Bill, and this is Alan.
Yes.
And this is the second episode of Bad Anime Podcast.
Yes.
Which
We don't know why
was
you're
not
here.
taken.
Yes.
So now, the first episode is out in the air. We've gotten feedback. First feedback here from anonymous person. Why are your voices so similar?
Yeah.
We can't help that.
We also had some other feedback. There was, is it bad because they talk about bad or that their taste is bad? Yes.
I like how he didn't entertain the secondary meaning we meant where the podcast itself was bad.
Yeah, no, but I think the real meaning is all of it's bad. It's bad anime. It's a bad podcast.
No, just life is.
It's just bad. We're bad.
Things are not good right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, things are bad.
Just open your window, look outside, and tell me it's good.
Well, don't open your window because you might get the virus.
The virus is already.
It's already inside the house.
It's already here.
Yeah.
And the virus we are referring to, of course, is anime.
Yes, anime is the virus.
Specifically, the episodes 2 through 4 of Darwin's Game. Which, again, we are no closer to revealing Charles Darwin's connection.
No, we are not.
To this game.
Though didn't the mascot...
what the game even is.
Yeah, we don't know what the game really is. We did find some revelations about the game, though.
We've learned quite a bit
also,
about the game.
Of course, spoilers, because this is beyond episode 1.
This is spoilers for all of Darwin's Game up until the end of episode 4. If you're curious about what's going on in Darwin's Game up until episode 4, please pause the recording and do something else with your time other than Darwin's Game.
Do not watch the anime. Never watch the anime.
Don't watch anime. It's a good life lesson. But there are actually some housekeeping notes that I think we gotta circle back on two things that we were wrong about.
But yeah, we were wrong about things.
We were wrong about two things. First, we spent a lot of time last episode discussing slavery.
Yes.
That was time that was not well spent.
Slavery went away.
Slavery was basically non-existent.
Yeah, we don't know why she said that.
She said she would have to follow all of his commands. No one else has done this.
No one else
has. There was an example of a character who just wanted to surrender, so he just said, "Oh, you won? Cool," and then left.
Yeah.
And then it was remarkable that she managed to get to the top without losing, which implies that there are people who have gotten to the top while having one loss.
Yes.
So it seems like you can lose without dying or becoming a slave.
Yeah.
This was just a joke, I guess.
This is a joke. We completely changed a fundamental principle of the anime since episode 1.
Actually, I miscounted. I think I said two things. So that's the first thing. That was the thing we were both wrong about.
Yes.
Then there was a point in the last episode where both of us was smug that the other one had said something ridiculous, and we were both wrong.
We were both wrong.
At both times we tried this. At one point, I thought that when she said, "Do you want to form a family?" she must mean sex. And then Alan here informed me that she said that she wanted to make a family, and that didn't necessarily imply sex, which I laughed at, assuming he had not learned yet about how sex works. But unfortunately, she meant the opposite of sex. She meant creating a gaming clan.
Yeah, they have a gaming clan.
Which is the opposite.
That's the opposite
of having sex.
Yes.
And also, she didn't want to create one. She wanted him to create one. So it was quite the fucking back down.
No, it was like
wake up with a girl fucking naked on you, and then she's all like, let's have sex, or let's make a family, and then she just sort of walks all that back. And I'm just sort of assuming it's because our boy here just is not capable of having it for some reason. He's just not some sort of deficiency.
So he was in bed with a naked woman, and then he had pants
I guess to be fair, I'm not trying to shame him if he didn't want to have it, but he seemed to genuinely not understand what she was putting down.
Yes. And
I don't know if he's into her. I honestly, his inner psyche remains an enigma.
So
I have no idea what's going on.
It is incredibly dense.
He does not seem that horned, though. He seems to not be that horned. So, again, I'm not trying to shame my guy here. Maybe he's gay. Like
what if he's ace?
What if he's ace? What if he's gay? Like, what if he's a furry? Like, I have no idea, dude.
We don't know.
And I'm not here to judge him. I've already forgot his name, so it'd be kind of difficult for me to judge him.
Yeah.
But then I would like to go to the next thing that you were actually wrong about, and I was right about, where you insisted it was in a mansion, which seemed unlikely to me. And I suggested, well, if you have one room, you would just make it really fancy. And in fact, it was an apartment. So it was not a mansion. I was correct. Which is incredible because as soon as I said that, I felt really stupid. Because I was like, I'm nitpicking. But actually, I was correct.
If you want to get real granular with this, there are types of apartments in Japan which they call mansions.
That is not what you meant.
It is not what I meant, but it is now what I meant.
No, it's not.
It is
because
now.
Aren't those like one room shitty things?
I don't know.
How many rooms are in a mansion?
Hang on, wait. In Japan, listen to Google. In Japan, mansions aren't massive houses and estates for the rich and famous. They're smallish apartments for regular people. Japanese mansions are the equivalent of condominiums.
Yeah, so not like a rich... You said that she was rich enough to own a warehouse.
But
by context clues, you could not have possibly meant a small condo.
Yes. However, this could have all been 6-dimensional chess.
No.
I mean, it wasn't.
I'm not allowing this. I conceded the point that I was wrong about sex.
Okay, I was wrong. She lives in an apartment. It's a fancy apartment.
Apartment.
A Japanese person might call it a mansion.
I would argue that is not the same thing as the word mansion.
That is true. That is the Japanese equivalent of the word mansion.
Yeah, which is not what you said.
Yes.
And so we've learned quite a few things now for these 3 episodes. But I would actually say not that many things happened.
No, the first episode was actually a lot better than these. And it was bad. It was still bad.
It starts off, he's got a naked woman on him.
Yes.
He quickly diffuses that situation without any sort of situation. He sort of friend zone. He sort of like crawls out of the naked woman and into the friend zone like a good anime protagonist, so that the girls remain pure and innocent. So for the weirdos watching the show, and then she's like, I'm trying to you got the wiki page in front of you. So if I remember right, he goes to meet her later after he leaves the place. He sort of learns more about his power, seemingly, and he's like, okay, whatever, we'll meet up. And then they meet up at a place, and she's like telling him about the game.
Yeah.
And she's shopping.
So you can get money from the stuff in the game, and you can also get your name off the list of people it's okay to kill.
But only off the list of people that are like visible globally. If someone shows up, they can still fight you, which comes up immediately.
Yes, it does. It comes up literally immediately.
So he's just sort of like waiting for her in the bathroom as she's doing like lady stuff in there. I don't really know exactly where his mind space was at, but he's just kind of like idly playing a deaf game in public. He's also just like talking about it in public, and then he had to be reminded that like you shouldn't do that. Apparently, you like instantly lose if you try to tell anyone, but you can just forward the app to anyone. So no,
they contradict their own rules. People just get random invites to the game.
But I don't think it's a contradiction. I guess it's the only way you can tell someone is just send them the invite. But like is really weird.
Remember, do not play gacha your friend sent you.
Yeah, if your friend is unwilling to tell you about the gacha game that he wants you to download, why would you do that? Just use your brain.
Yeah.
But he did not. So he's just sort of chilling, just like being like, oh, I'm on the phone, look at this thing. Then some snarky, delinquent comes up, steals his phone, runs off. He chases after the guy, leaving the girl in the bathroom, unaware of what's going on. And then the guy's like, hey, I want to fight you. You're doing good at fighting. Let's punch. I'm going to punch you. And then he manages somehow to beat a boxer while using guns. He uses a stun gun.
He uses a stun gun.
He's a coward. And he doesn't... This main character guy does not want to murder people.
He threatens
sort of
something more important than the boxer's life. His phone.
Yeah, and because the boxer previously made the mistake of telling him that the phone was important. Yeah. If he hadn't done that, he would never have realized it was important.
Hey, Bill. Okay, I'm a man who's addicted to his phone, right? Like, I need my phone. My phone's crap. It dies in like an hour now because it's like 4 years old. But, like, I need my phone. And if someone is threatening the life of my phone, Bill, I am going to consider an hero because I need the phone.
You're going to consider, if I'm understanding your meme language properly, you would consider killing yourself over a phone.
Well, no, okay, I wouldn't necessarily do the suicide. I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna just go for it in the Darwin's game to protect my phone.
You're just gonna. I'm not really understanding. So you would just quit? You would surrender to the game?
Well, no, like I would literally I would actually fight to try to protect the phone.
Oh, you would just fucking go balls out all the wall.
Yeah, I would go balls to the wall.
So you're sort of saying this was a stupid move on his part because he could have activated fight or flight.
Yeah, he could have activated fight or flight, but he was rational instead of, as Darwin intended.
Yeah, so he manages to sort of already have the guy beat, but then the girl comes and is like, "Hey, I'm your buddy."
Yeah,
and then he's
friends now. Then he's double beat. They're friends. Yes, they are friends.
They say that a few times.
Yes, and
then the guy goes, "All right, you win." And then he just lets him go because I don't understand why you would I really don't understand his mindset in this. He just really doesn't want to kill anyone.
Yeah.
So he just lets the guy go. If he doesn't get anything out of it, and at that exact moment, they get teleported into an event.
Yes.
Because like any good mobile game, Darwin's game is just riddled with events.
It's riddled with events, and you never get the summons you want.
Yeah, and unlike. This is not like a Santa event. This is not a swimsuit event. This is a Fortnite event.
Yes.
They got Fortnited. And
they got Fortnited in real life.
Fortnite in real life.
It's actually Battle Royale, so it's literally Fortnite.
The dream of Zoomers everywhere.
Yes.
They got teleported. They've got to collect all the rings. They've got to collect 3 rings. Or they will die.
Yeah, they will not win at
Sort
Sonic.
Of an interesting interpretation of the legend of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, this is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a
but
new.
Not,
it's not.
It's new hip interpretation.
This would be interesting if the Sonic team wanted to do this. They won't.
Honestly, if they made a Sonic Battle Royale, that would kick ass.
That would absolutely kick ass.
Honestly, if I remember the way the Shadow the Hedgehog multiplayer worked, it was kind of like that. There was a big open thing. Make Shadow the Hedgehog Battle Royale, IMO, but that has nothing to do with this.
This has nothing to do with it at all.
There are rings. He's running around. He's trying to get them. Because if he doesn't get the rings, he'll die. He immediately almost gets killed by a guy with a gun in a skull mask who looks like...
Yeah. So
Ghost from Call of Duty.
Ghost from Call of Duty is in the anime.
Yeah, he just kind of shows up, and then Ghost from Call of Duty is just like, "Yo, you're a bitch. Give me your ring." And he's like, "Okay." And then he's like, "Don't kill me." And then Ghost is like, "Hey, I guess you're a bitch. Whatever."
Yeah.
And then he gets on an elevator, and then he gets poison ivy.
Yeah, he gets poison ivy. He gets real bad poison ivy.
Main character has run into a character we have chosen not to mention up until this time because we were focused on more important things.
Shocking truth.
Shockingly, there is a lolly in this.
Yes, there is a lolly in this anime.
This is not a good thing to me. This is standard lolly trope. I would say this is more normal than not having the lolly act this way. But the lolly is emotionless, kind of analytical.
Yeah, no, she is.
This is more common these days than the other way around. Because it used to be I assume when the first person who had this idea, he was like, it's a little girl, but she's like a fucking robot. She's fucking analyzing shit. She's computing the fucking numbers. She's putting shit in. Oh man, this is gonna blow their fucking minds. That was probably a crazy idea for 30 seconds. And then everyone did it. And now, I gotta say, I'm anti-lolly. coming out strong here. I'm anti-Lolly. I don't like that this character exists. She doesn't need to, but it's fine. I guess
she is not a load-bearing Lolly. She's an unnecessary Lolly.
Yeah, there are only two kinds: the kinds that you can't remove without destroying the entire story, or the ones that didn't need to exist.
Yes.
And I mean, again, they could have just had like a normal, like you could have just had her be like another student his age, who's an analytical guy. I don't know what we get from this except maybe selling body pillows to weirdos. But
yeah, well, that is the reason she's in the game. Well, not the game. This is an anime, not a game. Anime and video games. It is an
anime that is about a game.
Yeah, like this is crossing the line of anime and video games.
They should have called it Darwin's Anime.
They should have. Because that would imply that the real challenge is making it through the anime.
It seems like that's our challenge.
Yeah, is this what Charles Darwin wanted? He wanted us.
Charles Darwin did not want anime. Since learning that he was against slavery, I am now. Yeah. I would say I am a Charles Darwin stan. I will stand for our boy Chuck, and I don't think he supports anime. I think he's against it.
Charles Darwin, known anti-anime, and as a result, anime is striking out at him right now with this.
Just slandering. This entire anime, they have thrown around his name. There's been no mention of him. They have mentioned other scientists, actually.
Yes.
They had, like, Laplace on screen, and they're like, look at this guy. And then they were talking about all kinds of shit. And they haven't mentioned anything about Darwin at all. They have not
mentioned Darwin once.
It's been 4 episodes. We're like a third of the way through this shit.
Yeah.
And they haven't mentioned him even a little bit.
Nope.
But yeah, back on the point of the Lolly. So there's a Lolly, and she's like, I'm a super genius. And he's like, okay. And then they team up. That's basically, he gives her backstory. Basically, is like, I know everything.
Yeah,
I sell information.
She sells information. She's an information
dealer. And he's like, listen, we gotta get out of here. Because he's like, I've noticed that if you notice that the stairwells have been blocked by vines, because we haven't mentioned that because it's not that important.
Yeah, and there's a lot of vines.
Everybody who goes in the elevator dies. And 25 people are like down to like 3 or 4 now. So like we gotta work together on this. So then he and she start working together to go down and fight the florist, who is the person who is controlling the plants.
He is the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
He speaks for the trees. He's actually Sandman.
He is actually Sandman, but he's the Sandman.
Sandman from the Spider-Man movies. In case you don't know about what those movies are about.
No, not Sandman from the East German cartoon series. Sadly.
Yeah, no. He's the guy with a daughter. I think he needs money to protect.
Yeah. Standard
Batman villain, Spider-Man villain kind of shit. He's like a villain with a heart of gold. He's killed 20 people to get the rings because he needs money.
He needs cash money.
He needs cash money. And unfortunately for him, the main character does not want that to happen.
Yeah, he is anti-cash money.
He sort of goes and with the Lolly manages to sneak down because the Lolly can see the future through analysis, like Laplace Demon, which they explain because every anime needs to like explain one concept that would be in like a philosophy 101 course.
Yeah.
Like they need at least one thing. It was like it's Laplace Demon, it's Schrodinger's cat, it's the third man effect. There's a lot of classic bits.
Yeah.
So a really mangled interpretation of quantum physics, or a classic one is Maxwell's Demon.
Yes.
Just a lot of thought experiments. They love thought experiments in anime. And this really one they've landed on Laplace's Demon, which is basically if you know everything that happens right now, can you predict the future? Basically. Like if you knew everything about now, could you like extrapolate based on that the future? If you were like had infinite calculations and infinite, knowledge of now. And I don't know. I'm not a physicist. I have no idea if the Lolly could reasonably do that, but that seems like a very broken power.
Yeah.
The main character's power is literally just the ability to just have a gun.
He can. He has to know the gun, and he can have a gun.
Yeah, and the other thing that is actually important to this power that makes it pretty good is that he does know how to use it.
Yeah, he somehow does, despite being Japanese.
No, so I think it's part of the power is that if he touches it, he
gains mastery of the gun.
Yeah, he basically gains mastery over it. However, he does not gain mastery of his emotions. So if he's shaking like a little bitch, he can just be taken out by a ghost guy from Kai.
Yeah, he could be taken out by a ghost guy.
So the plant guy has like a variety of plant people that he is sort of, including Ghost Man, who I think might be alive.
Yeah, I think he's still alive.
The fact that he appears in the opening
he's in the OP. Yeah.
They sort of go, he confronts the plant man, and he's like, you gotta stop doing this whole evil thing. And the guy's like, I need money.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he gets his ass whooped by... Somehow the main character thinks the ability to control plants, which, reminder, are like a bedrock of all existence.
Yeah, like
all life.
Like literally, like plants will fuck you up.
He's like, that's a weak power. And then he somehow believes this.
Yeah.
And he gets completely fucking... He loses all his mana or whatever, and he's having a big headache. He's having the big sad. Having a hard one. He's like, I'm going to lose. And then he goes into his mind palace.
Yes, he does.
And talks to himself as a blacksmith, I think is my interpretation. Himself as a blacksmith,
yes. I'm pretty sure
and the blacksmith's like, we're making swords over here. And then when he tells himself about how the plant man has made a shield of plants, he's like, shit.
Yeah.
I guess we got to make better bullets. And then they make better bullets.
They make better bullets.
He beats the plant guy.
He beats Plant Man.
And then, despite all logic and the fact that this man has killed at least like 20 people at this point for money, the fact that I think main character Kun is physically incapable of murder, he has decided that this person is someone he should cooperate with.
Yes.
And once the lolly enters the room, he's like, we gotta all be on the same team. We've got to survive because there's an evil gangster that is out collecting the rings, and he wants to kill us, presumably, which they don't know.
Yeah.
So they decide to team up.
Well, no, I guess the lolly knows because
the lolly knows.
She knows literally all information, which is probably why she's in the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very useful. I don't think she knows all information. I would actually say.
Well, no, she knows all information the plot's going to need her to know.
Yeah. I don't think she's like all knowing. I think she just knows everything about anything she sees. Which, like, I think she can, like, extrapolate based on things she sees, like, the future. Which just sort of manifests as Spidey sense for some reason. Like, she can, like, see a little bit of the future and then shoot people. It's not really clear to me how anyone's powers work. Meanwhile, while this is going on, the girl character, his, like, love interest, is just, like, murdering people who have guns, exactly like he did, like, no problem. Which I don't understand. I would like to propose, I'm not going to call it a fan theory, but it is an anime theory about this anime. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, I would like to hear it.
I think she might just have like a BDSM kink thing, and that's why she lost the last time. Because no one else has mentioned anything about having to follow orders or anything.
Nobody's mentioned the slave thing
at all. And that seems like some like 50 Shades of Grey shit. And that would also explain why she fucking just lost.
Yeah.
Super hard against him. That it doesn't really make any sense, any other interpretation of what happened. So I'm going to kind of land on that as my going theory, is just that she wanted to lose because she thinks he's cute.
Yes.
He's like her Christian Grey, but he's just sort of... He's like a stumbling moron because he's a main character of an anime.
Yeah.
So he can't be too interested in women.
He is so dumb. Like, he repeats information 9 or 10 times before processing.
I will give him a certain amount of, like, okay, it's like a dangerous situation. Okay, it's like, maybe he's not, like, interested in her. Even if he's straight, he doesn't have to be attracted to every woman.
Yeah.
You know? So he might not just be picking up on some of what she's putting down here, but, like, he seems incredibly fucking stupid.
Yes.
I would call him a himbo, but he has not done...
He's not done enough to warrant this title.
He hasn't fucked.
Yeah.
If he fucked her, I would be like, this dude's a himbo. Because he's got the himbo energy. And by that I mean he's really stupid.
Yes.
But we do also learn more. So this is sort of caught up where it ends. We don't know. Well, at least I don't. You know because you looked ahead.
I know the secrets. I am in fact the real life representation of the lolly. She just has the wiki open. That's how she gets.
Don't say that.
I am not a lolly. I am in fact an adult.
Yeah, they're gonna be asking you for fucking feet pics.
Yeah, you do not want to see those. I could. Like I'm wearing
I don't know,
slippers
dude.
right
You
now.
don't want to rule this out. This could be a lucrative source of income.
This could be a lucrative source of income. But like,
set up an OnlyFans at some point if we get enough demand for it.
If we get enough demand, I will make an OnlyFans.
Dude. I won't like put my dick or anything on there, but I'll definitely put my feet.
Yeah,
if there's any sick fucks willing to pay me, like, what's the going rate? You know, for man feet. I have no idea.
But here's the problem, right? They like the attractive man feet, but like, do they like just man feet?
Listen, dude. I can't make any promises. It's caveat emptor on these feet, but like,
yeah.
If you guys want to see it, just like send me an email.
It's a Bad Anime Podcast, right? Bad
Anime Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We should probably plug that at the beginning of the podcast a normal person.
But we
chose not to.
We chose not to. We should probably plug things. We don't. We just plug our names.
Yeah. And again, that's Bad Anime Podcast at gmail.com. If you have questions about feet pics, I don't want your feet pics.
Do not send us your feet pics.
Any money.
Yes.
I do not want to engage in a career of being a feet pic middleman.
Yeah.
Although I do wonder if such a position exists.
Definitely.
You can like sort of. Are there feet pic futures? Is there like
feet pic future?
Yeah, like I'll sell you so many feet pics on Thursday for this price now.
I do know.
Because I want to get into feet pic options trading at some point, but I don't want to be caught with either buying or selling.
Wait, I think I saw something related to this. So there's a guy who I think does have a Patreon that's just for feet pics.
Of other people?
No, of his. And like, there's multiple levels. And like, depending on how much money you pledge, it increases your chance of getting a feet pic that month.
That's sort of strange to me, but how do you know this?
Research.
All right, but okay. So back to the thing. We've learned several things about Darwin's game. Not what kind of game it is, except I guess the game is Fortnite. Darwin's game was Fortnite.
Darwin's game was Fortnite all along.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog Fortnite.
Yes.
Which I won't accept as an answer. So we've learned several things about Darwin's game.
Yeah.
It is being run by Trinity. Which is the organization doing this.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are involved.
This could potentially be about a long-standing dispute between you and I. This could be about Arianism.
Okay, this is a long-standing dispute. This is about the heresy I follow, isn't it?
It's about. It's sort of weird to call your belief heresy, but yeah, that is how I would characterize it. I stand with Santa Claus in my dismissal of the idea that there's anything wrong with the Trinity. If you sort of insisting anything to the effect that
that the Trinity is bad.
Christ, then you can get punched in the face by Santa Claus.
Hey man, hey, at least I'm not like a monothelite.
Yeah. It's when you start having to draw these kind of comparisons. But again, this could be about that. We don't know. Is this about the Trinity? There are other Trinities.
There are other Trinities. There's like, oh god, what is that?
The Maiden, the middle-aged one, and the Crone.
I remember there's one from BlazBlue.
Shiva.
That's just a character that is called Platinum the Trinity.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
I mean, I guess it could be her.
It could be her.
The Hindu one with Shiva and Vishnu and Brahma. It could be them. It could be just like three things. I have no idea what composes this Trinity. It would also be weird to me to call yourself Trinity if you were like, all right, guys, We're starting an organization here. What are we labeling it, boys? Trinity. How many of us? Well, there's 42.
There's 42 of us. We are the Trinity.
Okay, so who are the 3 important people? And it's like, no, we're all on the same page here in Trinity. We're just picking that name.
Also, I feel like this anime was trying to inspire some class warfare, because all the people who are watching the game, because there's game watch parties where they watch Fortnite, and like there's an MC and there's people there. They all look very wealthy. So like this game, anti-wealthy.
It's sort of implying that there are wealthy people who are just gambling on deaf games.
Yeah.
Instead of what they do normally, which is just gamble on the entire economy.
Which is also a death game.
Which is also a deaf game.
Yeah.
This isn't actually that bad, like in the grand scheme of things. I mean, like, it would be bad if they were organizing it or whatever. But by like the bar of rich people that what we found out this last, all of human history.
Yeah.
This wouldn't even really register.
This would not. This is par for the course.
This is pretty normal.
Yeah.
There are some things here that I have noticed about the game. One, the person running it does not actually know in this country.
Yeah. So it's in
this
country.
Casino.
Yes.
She doesn't know the point of the game. Also, they somehow have mind control.
They do.
At one point when they do the Sonic the Hedgehog like Fortnite, they send everyone home. So everyone just like walks home.
Yeah.
And they just like go like, oh, I feel like you're going to go home. How would you not... How is there no one in charge?
No one... How is there... Like, do you own the government?
I assume the government's in on it.
Yeah.
And I assume like all the rich people are in on it. But there's got to be some like mid-level guy who's like trying to figure out why did the sales figures for every company in Tokyo just collapse at 3:32 p.m.
Like some man from some multinational sitting at his headquarters in like that one building in Delaware or Ireland. Pick which one they're based in.
They gotta have all the rich people in on this.
The Starbucks man sitting there just like, why did no one go to Starbucks today?
Why didn't no one like all right, it was all going good, and then at 2:14 all sales dropped in the entire region. And then they sent an email like, what were you doing? And it's like, oh, we were just like, what was I doing? And they don't know. Or you're a crime reporter and you just like, oh, looks like that day there was a giant drop in crime. And then you go to the cops and you're like, hey, so what happened that afternoon? And the cops are like, honestly, we don't know. But like, I guess it was good. Nobody did crimes.
Also, there is that one dead cop from the first episode that no one's ever addressed.
Yeah.
A cop dying is a big deal.
Cops hate it when you kill cops.
Yeah,
that's their least favorite thing.
They will literally never stop until you're gone.
They, honestly, even if they just get like an upset tummy, they get mad. They're not big on, like, police are their favorite things.
Yeah.
They hate it when bad things happen to cops.
Yeah, and like they really get mad when they do not get their Egg McMuffin.
Listen, if they have to wait too long, they feel they're under attack.
Yeah.
In this city, cops are literally getting murdered in the street and they don't care? Where is the police union? What are they doing? Are they in on it? That seems wild. How many low-level fucking government unions are in on this? Yeah. Does everybody know? Who's involved? Who doesn't know?
Yeah, that cop didn't know, and that's how he's dead now.
Unless there's just... Yes, there could just be massive level mind control. But the thing is, there are going to be people who are outside of the mind control bubble who are going to be like, hey, well, what's going on?
Yeah, like they'll be outside of the bubble.
Is this lasting?
They'll see people walking out of the bubble and just be like, what the fuck?
Hey, what's going on? Why are you guys all leaving Shibuya? Is there a gas leak?
Is there a gas leak? What's going on?
I don't know. I just thought I had to go home. I actually have a job. It's wild.
Yeah.
I'm a surgeon. Oh, that was not great. Guess he died.
Yeah, I guess he died. Like, you just walk out mid-surgery, just like, oh, okay.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this show, I kind of like how stupid it is at times. Like, when this happened, I was like, again, I'm nitpicking this, but this is not the bit of the show that I dislike. The bit of the show I dislike is the bit where the main character is just so stupid.
Yes.
And the Lolly is so stupid. And the fact that, like, we summed up everything that happened, I think, fairly quickly.
Okay, every character is so stupid because Flower Man. There's like 2 minutes where he's trying to think through something, and he's just like, I don't know where the MC is. I don't know what he could possibly be doing, and it's just like, you didn't think he might try to attack you.
His like grand plan was he like got like a rope and then like got down.
Yeah.
Which admittedly would be, if you did that in real life, that would be like pretty baller.
That would be pretty baller.
If you're sitting there in a control room, you should think about what if he gets out the window.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, he's not that familiar with what his sigil actually is.
Yeah.
Which is like the X-Men quirk type stuff. And again, it is worth pointing out that it's just in this country, so they're running the game in multiple countries.
Yeah, no. So Darwin's Game America must be way more exciting because there's a lot more guns. It
might be less exciting because
it might be because everyone just uses gun.
Because I mean, the thing in Darwin's Game Japan is there aren't that many people who know how to use gun in Japan. Yeah. So like. It's just like the top players are just running around murdering everybody.
Pretty much.
Whereas in America, there's going to be a little bit more skill parity.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to have, like... The playing field's going to be pretty even, because people are just going to have guns.
Also, it's going to be difficult to run a game like this because of the population density issue. Yeah. It'll probably be pretty easy to run in New York.
Like, this game would not run well
if you're in say, like, Jacksonville, that would be a pretty...
But which Jacksonville? Jacksonville, Florida, you can run it.
No, because it's so spread out. So, like, you get a challenge, and it's like, you have to drive 45 miles in traffic to murder someone? No, thank you, sir. So, yeah, no, it seems like they're running the game all over the place. I don't know how they're running in America. I guess New York probably be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, but, like, Montana, it's not happening.
Montana game, it would be kind of baller, though.
It would be kind of baller, but, like, yeah, you'd have to be like, I'm going to drive 4 hours.
It would fucking suck, though, if you got on the app and you're the only person in your state.
Yes.
You, like, log on to, like, North Dakota, and you, like, get your gun out, and you're like, all right, I'm going to go to the next oil rig, and I'm going to murder the whole man camp. No one is on the game, so you're just sending it. Yeah. And no one is responding to your message, and then you just get yelled at by your boss because you can't make any money. Yeah, unless you kill people. Yeah. So like this whole thing is pretty. We don't know anything yet. We still also, don't know what Darwin's relation to the game is.
What are the region-based rules? For example, could you get on a plane if you were on Darwin's Game US? Would you be compatible with Darwin's Game JP?
Can I do a realm shift? Yeah. Can I change the? Can I move my character over? Yes. I guess that's sort of room for season 2.
Or did we just could you escape the game by moving out of your server's range? And then,
I mean, you can't escape the battle royale, and there is teleportation.
There is.
So if they wanted to have an event, they could just teleport you back, which would be weird. Also, they have teleportation, mind control, effective control over the entire government at such a level where they don't. It's not even like. People aren't even aware this is happening. And they're mind controlling an entire city.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Also, and then I have some concerns about the monetary consequences of this game.
Yeah, no, this is going to ruin an economy so fast.
Yeah, luckily the Japanese economy has to be immune from hyperinflation at the rate they're going. So I don't think
I think they're stagflating so hard that hyperinflation would be a blessing at this point.
Yeah, just make the currency feel anything at this point.
Yeah, just make the currency move.
They're zero interest rates.
I think they're negative interest rates. Hang on, wait.
Negative. There's just in the Bank of Japan under
no. The Bank of Japan has a negative interest rate.
There's just one button below even that, and it just says Fortnite. Yeah. Just hit the Fortnite button.
Hit the Fortnite button.
I bet that'll do some, right?
Yeah. It can't hurt.
I mean, it probably could. I don't know.
Probably could. I mean, I feel like the deaths are going to cause a toll on the economy.
Just this is it. Again, it's worth pointing out that the entire city of Shibuya went home. Yes. That's, again, it's not clear what time of the day it is.
The economic losses of this are going to be massive.
Yeah, no, so if it's 3 or 4 p.m., it might not be that bad, but if it's the middle of the day, we're talking about an entire half a work day.
Yeah.
If it's at 8 a.m., we're talking about like an entire workday of just lost productivity. That's incredible. There's only 365 days in a year. Unless it's leap year.
Unless it's leap year, then there's more.
And so, again, I guess we don't really know much about what's going on.
Yeah.
So that sort of is everything that I wrote down about what's going on in the game. So I don't really have any fun theories. I think they'll probably meet everyone in the opening.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really established.
Well, we have Ghost from Call of Duty, and we have Flower Man, who were, I think,
we haven't even seen his mask though. I guess it was Flower Man in the opening.
Was Flower Man in the opening?
I don't remember him. He probably was.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in the next episodes. I think we're planning on watching the next 3.
Yeah.
These should continue to come out weekly. I don't know what our recording schedule will look like for the foreseeable future, but it is our goal to have these come out weekly. Again, if you have any complaints, any problems, any sort of notes about what game you think Charles Darwin is running here,
also
please email it.
Bids for feet pics.
Bids for feet pics as well. Also to badanimepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Again, no space, no hyphen, no nothing, just badanimepodcast@gmail.com. And remember to stay subscribed to wherever it is you got this podcast.
Yes.
I believe we are on Spotify. We are on Anchor. We should be invading the other platforms by the time this episode airs, if nothing bad has happened. So we are looking forward to hearing again back from a week. So don't be surprised if it takes us a while to get to whatever stupid thought you sent our email box, because again, it's going to there's going to be a bit of a delay. Hopefully,
there's going to be a bank probably of episodes.
A bank. But we look forward to joining you again for episodes 5 through 8. Yes. However, if we don't actually know anything. So, episode 5 might actually be a recap episode.
Yeah, it might be.
Skip it.
Yeah, we'll skip the recap episode because we are the recap
5,
episode.
And then we're planning on doing 6 through 8. Yeah, we're planning on doing.
There's 11. There's 11 total episodes.
So this will be. So we're pretty close to done here.
Yeah, we are.
So we're halfway through our episodes on Darwin's game. At some point, we will have to watch another anime. Feel free to email anime suggestions that I will ignore to badanimepodcast.
Yes, we will ignore them. If this is successful,
again,
we do
signing off.